Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, wherever you're watching me from. Thank you for joining me at Nkolo Mahadum Wisdom University on this live lecture. My name is Dr. Obioramba Iboweze. Today's date is Nkwo Market Day in the 6th month of the Igbo lunar calendar called Onwa Ifejioku. Yes, we are still in the 6th month of the Igbo lunar calendar called Onwa Ifejioku. And in the foreign Roman Catholic calendar, today's date is August 1st, 2024. And the title of our lecture today is Why a Lot of People Are Dying in Africa, especially in Biafra land. We chose this topic because of the recent deaths that have occurred recently in our geographical space. And oftentimes when deaths occur, everybody is amazed as to why. And so Nkolo Mahadum want to tell you some of the factors that are leading to untimely deaths and unexpected loss of loved ones. Before we continue, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our program, follow us on Facebook and Twitter and other social media platforms. Comment on our lectures so that we can know how you are feeling, and also share it, share to your friends and well-wishers. So in recent time, we have had or seen the death of people like Chukwuemeka Ezeife Okwadike. We also had the one of Ogbonnaya Onu, Chief Emmanuel Iwuanyanwu, Ifeanyi Oba, and the latest one, Onyeka Onwenu. In fact, Ogbonnaya Onu, Emmanuel Iwuanyanwu, Ifeanyi Oba, and Onyeka Onwenu died this year, this 2024. And in the past also, in my town, Oka, we have also surprisingly lost a lot of people. And as we are presenting this lecture, we want you also to remember those that you have lost in your various towns and villages. I mean, shocking deaths, surprise deaths, people that are not expected to die at their age. It's not that we're not going to die like everybody knows that everybody is going to die, but dying suddenly, dying at the age that you are not looked upon to die because of different environmental factors that I will enumerate as we go along in this lecture. And so in my town, Oka, there was a time we lost people like Tony Okechukwu. Tony Okechukwu was the President General of Oka at that time. We also lost Honorable Nnamdi Okafor, who was a sitting House of Assembly member in Oka, just like that. And then in my village also, like I said, also remember those that have died suddenly in your village, or those that you know in Africa or in Nigeria as a whole that died suddenly. And so in my village, we also lost people like Christopher Nzekwe, popularly called Ezoke, who was one of the chief security officers we have in Anambra State. And recently, we lost a very big person in my village, Obiora Nweke, DKJ Jemba, N'Umuike. We also lost him. Also, in my family, my own family, there was a time we suddenly lost one of my cousins, Emeka Mofunaya, and my sister, my immediate sister. We also lost her. Her name, Obiageli Mbogu, Obegeli Mba Mbogu. We also lost her suddenly. And I have also lost so many friends. Remember all the friends you have also lost in Nigeria. My friends like Opro, Mbanefo, Invisible, usually also called Ezabata, Don Sadi, Macduff, Bemo, and others. So many friends that you suddenly dies, in Nigeria. And so you can tell everybody is experiencing sudden deaths in Nigeria, And Kolo Mahadum have found it necessary to let you know the reasons why we are having all these deaths in Nigeria. Some of the cause of deaths in Nigeria are as follows. Hunger is one of them. As you can tell, it's not that people are protesting now for hunger. There has been hunger in the land. People are not feeding well. People die of hunger, a lot of hunger. The second cause of death is electricity. There's no electricity in our land. Tell me any hospital or healthcare facility that is operating with 24-hour electricity in our land, in Biafra land, in Nigeria, or in Africa. Also, another factor is quack labs. There are a lot of quack labs in our environment. Remember, each time you go to lab, even if you have cancer or any other disease that is not cancer, the lab people will tell you it's either typhoid or malaria. 99% of all the lab results in Biafra land, in Nigeria and Africa, is typhoid and malaria. Another factor is quack doctors. Our health care professionals, including doctors, are not well trained in Nigeria. So people also practice what they're not licensed to practice as a result of also poor regulation. So we also have poor regulation by government agencies. When a government agent comes to regulate you, comes to know whether you are following the law or not, he or she sometimes, collects bribe. So poor regulation and corruption are also part of the problem of cause of death in Biafra land, Nigeria, and Africa. Other causes of death that leads to these sudden deaths are insufficient healthcare facilities. For example, in Oka, my town, we only have one public government hospital called Amako Hospital. Of all the population in Oka, we only have one. So it's not enough. We don't have enough health facilities. As it is in my town, so is also in your town. How many do you have? So insufficient health facilities is one of the causes of death in our land. Another cause of death is heat. The heat, a lot of people die of heat strokes unknowingly. Even when you see the coloration, the color of our skin, heat makes life very, very unbearable. Heat will prevent you from sleeping. You will keep on fanning yourself. You will keep on sweating. So heat is one of the problems that eventually leads to cause of sudden death in our place. Another factor is dust. There's a lot of dust in the environment. All the houses, everywhere, dust is everywhere. Another factor, part of dust is pollution. You go outside the streets, you see a lot of pollution from vehicles, from burning things, and so on. All this burning and inhalation of all those pollutants also destroys some parts of the body. Some others that leads to cause of unexpected deaths includes lack of an access to medical information. A lot of people in our land doesn't have, there's no enough access. Sometimes it's not existing. We don't have it. So, and to access it sometimes is very, very difficult. To access medical education is very difficult. So a lot of people don't have medical education as to what to do when they have so problem. Another factor is overweight. A lot of people have a lot of weight. For example, if you look at Chief Emmanuel Iwuanyanwu, you can see that he is very, very big, and being big that way, will affect the good functioning of the internal system. And so people should try to lose weight, control your weight. So overweight is one of the challenges that leads to sudden deaths in our land. Another factor is insufficient health personnel. We don't have enough health personnel around in our environment. In Biafra land, in Nigeria, in Africa, we don't have enough health personnel. Another factor is insecurity. As you can tell, people can run into armed robbers, cultists, Fulani herdsmen, terrorists that are scattered all over, for example, Nigeria and other parts of Africa. So these are the causes of sudden death. Accidents. Another factor is accident. Also, people die out of accidents. A lot of people die out of accidents because of bad roads and lack of driver training and others. So as you can tell, there are so many factors that leads to cause of untimely deaths in our environment. The solution, before we get to the solution, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our program, comment, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and share our program to everybody, because this is what you need to know. And so, solutions is for the government, for our people, go back to farming, government help to reduce hunger, government help to influence or provide electricity, close down most of these quack labs that you have in our land. Close them down. They are killing the people. Also, close the shops of the quack medical doctors. Those doctors that are not practicing in the area they are trained, don't know what they're doing, they should be taken out of business. And then government should try to regulate every health facility well. Do not go there as a regulator and start taking money. If you take money from the company or individual is supposed to regulate, how then can you do the regulation effectively? Government should tackle corruption. Stop corruption. Any money meant for the healthcare system should be used for the healthcare system. Don't divert it. Don't use it for something else, so that you can solve the problem of insufficient health facilities. We need more health facilities in Biafra land, in Oka, in Nigeria, in Africa. We need more, both local and the foreign ones, so that when they are sufficient, then our people can get this care and then stop this sudden deaths we are having in our land. Also, government should, as we have said, provide electricity or find a way for people to cool down the houses so that people can sleep well or stay in environments where there will be less heat. And also provide conducive environment to stop too much dust in our environment. All the pollution from cars, all the burnings that are going on, government should find a way to make sure that all these things are checked for the health of our people. The government as well should make sure there's enough and access to medical information. You can start from kindergarten to train. Make sure that everybody have this training from school and then from all the media spaces around the environment. People should regulate their weight. Overweight leads to sudden death. In the case of insufficient health personnel, government should provide free education or subsidized education for everybody, including the healthcare system, so that we can have enough healthcare personnel to take care of the people. Going abroad is not the answer, because healthcare management is supposed to be continuous. Don't wait until it is too bad, then you start running abroad for you to be saved. You cannot be saved that way. And finally, government should tackle the problem of insecurity. Provide jobs for the youth. And then tackle the Fulani, herdsmen, terrorists that are ravaging all Africa, Nigeria, and Biafra land. If these are done, all these sudden deaths we are having in our land will stop. And with this, we shall be bringing today's lecture to an end. But before we do, the takeaway, you have seen all the deaths that have occurred, sudden deaths, people are shouting. A lot of sudden deaths have been going on in Biafra land, even in my family, in my village, in my town, and so also in yours. And so a lot of people have been lost, from Ezeife to Ogbonnaya to Emmanuel Iwuanyanwu to Ifeanyi to Onyeka Onwenu. In my town, Tony Okechukwu, Nnamdi Okafor. In my village, Christopher Nzekwe Ezeoke, Obiara Nweke, to mention a few. There's a lot of them. My family, my sister, Obegeli Ako, Mbambogo, my cousin, Emeka Mofunaya, and my friends, Opro, Mbanefo, Invisible, Eza Batanoka, Don Sadi, Macduff, Bemo, and so many others. And so are yours too. You have lost a lot of friends too. So government should follow the suggestions that Nkola Mohadum have provided in this lecture. Tackle hunger, electricity, quack labs, quack doctors, poor regulation, corruption, insufficient health facilities, heat, dust and pollution, lack of and access to medical information, overweight, insufficient health personnel, and security. And with this, we shall be bringing today's lecture to an end. But before we do, we have to ask you to please support the Eastern Security Network, the only security outfit that are stationed in the bushes to drive away the Fulani herdsmen terrorists from our farmlands, bushes, and forests, so that our people can go to the farm and farm. If not, they will be staying in there to plan to kill, kidnap, maim, and rape our people. And with this, we shall be bringing today's lecture to an end. Thank you very much for joining me. Again, my name is Obioramba. Share this program, share to get to everybody. Thank you.